Welcome to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. And now, it's time for our story. Once upon a time, there was a bandicoot named Leo. Leo the Bandicoot lived in the Australian woodlands, where he loved nothing more than a peaceful night of foraging for food and going back into his burrow to rest. The sun had just set, and the cool night air filled the woods as Leo twitched his pink nose, sniffing for a tasty treat. Since the night just began, he was ready for a grand adventure in search of food. He scurried through the underbrush, his brown fur blending perfectly with the fallen leaves and twigs. His tiny clawed feet patted softly on the forest floor as he dug at the dirt. Leo the Bandicoot said to himself as he was digging and looking around for food, "Are there any worms here? No. Beetles? Not here. Aha!" Right then, a juicy grub wiggled out from the soil, and Leo gobbled it up in one bite, and he said, "That was delicious." Feeling proud of his find, Leo continued his journey, poking his long snout into bushes and using his sharp claws to dig little holes in search of more snacks. As he was searching, he actually found some mushrooms, a few fallen fruit, and even a termite mound that made for a nice midnight feast. It was a perfect night. But just as he was about to take another bite, a rustling sound made his ears perk up. His whiskers twitched. Something was moving nearby. Something dangerous. Leo the Bandicoot froze, pressing his small body low to the ground. His heart pounded. He knew the dangers of the night. Owls, quolls, snakes, all sorts of predators lurked in the shadows, always looking for a little bandicoot like him for dinner. Then, a sudden movement. A pair of glowing eyes locked onto him from the darkness. It was a spotted-tailed quoll. Leo was all by himself, and he felt helpless. What was he supposed to do? Leo didn't wait. He ran, fast. His tiny legs scrambled as he darted through the underbrush, zigzagging between fallen branches and thick grass. The quoll was right behind him, its paws thudding against the ground, getting closer and closer. Leo the Bandicoot's mind raced. He needed a plan. Bandicoots aren't built for long chases, but they are excellent at hiding. So he spotted a dense clump of bushes ahead and made a sharp turn, diving straight into the tangle of leaves and thorns. The quoll skidded to a stop outside the bush, sniffing wildly. Leo held his breath. His brown fur helped him blend in perfectly. But would it be enough? The quoll circled the bush, its nose twitching. Leo the Bandicoot stayed completely still, his small body pressed against the earth. Minutes passed, then more. Finally, the quoll let out a huff and trotted away, disappearing into the night. Leo waited a little longer, just to be safe. Then, slowly, he poked his nose out of the bush. The coast was clear. He exhaled, his tiny body relaxing. That was close. Too close, he said to himself. He then started toward his burrow, ready to rest after a chase like that. Then suddenly, a soft squeak stopped him. He tilted his head. "What's that?" he asked himself. A soft, high-pitched squeaking sound came from a patch of tall grass nearby. Leo the Bandicoot hesitated. Was it another bandicoot? No, it sounded smaller, weaker. Carefully, he tiptoed closer and parted the grass with his nose and found a tiny honey-eater chick, smaller than his paw, lying helpless on the ground. It must have fallen from its nest in the tree above. Leo the Bandicoot looked at it. After his big meal with the grub, the mushrooms, the fruit, and the termites, he wasn't very hungry. And something about the little bird made him pause. It was alone, just like he had felt with the quoll chasing him. "I can't leave you here," Leo said softly. "That quoll might come back." He glanced up at the tree. The nest was too high to reach, but he had to try something. Using his snout, he gently nudged the chick onto his back. It chirped weakly but stayed still. Leo carried it through the underbrush, his nose alert for danger. After searching, he found a low branch near the tree. He placed the chick there and gave a few soft chuffs into the air, hoping that the honey-eater's mother would hear him. "Come on, someone hear me," he murmured as he was making sounds in the woodland. Then, a flutter of wings. A mother honey-eater swooped down. She saw her baby and chirped loudly, grateful that Leo had saved the chick. Then, the mother honey-eater guided the chick back to its nest. Leo the Bandicoot watched as the chick settled safely with its family. And as he was watching the chick, he thought about the quoll, how it had chased him and left him feeling small and scared. Now, seeing the little bird safe, he felt different, stronger somehow. The quoll hadn't gotten the better of him tonight. Leo had stood up to danger and protected a creature even tinier than himself. And with a soft sigh, he turned and padded back to his burrow, his small feet rustling the leaves. He slipped inside and nestled into the cool, comforting earth, safe at last. He let his eyes drift shut, winding down from an intense night of foraging for food. It was a tough adventure tonight, but Leo had made it through, as well as the honey-eater chick he saved. And for Leo, that quiet victory was enough to carry him into a peaceful sleep. And the Bandicoot lived happily ever after. The end. Bandicoots are a group of species of small to medium-sized marsupials in the order of Paramelomorphia. Bandicoots are a native creature to Australia and Papua New Guinea. Bandicoots have a long, sharp nose for sniffing out yummy food. Their ears are tall and pointy, which is great for listening to sounds. Bandicoots wear soft fur in colors like brown, gray, or even gold. Bandicoots' back legs are strong for jumping and scratching. They have a skinny tail that moves when they walk. Bandicoots have small eyes, and their front feet have claws, which are perfect for digging. Some bandicoots have stripes on their backsides too. Bandicoots love the woods, with lots of trees and hiding spots. Some bandicoots live near sandy beaches or grassy fields. Bandicoots stick to the ground. They don't really climb up trees. They build cozy nests with leaves and sticks for daytime naps. Bandicoots' nests hide in thick bushes so no one finds them. Sometimes they sneak into yards at night. Bandicoots like spots close to water like streams or ponds. Bandicoots love to eat up bugs like worms, beetles, and grubs. They also enjoy fruit and they snack on seeds and little plants. Bandicoots use their nose and claws to dig for their food. They're not really fussy and mostly eat whatever they could find. Bandicoots can grab their food with their paws. Bandicoots are nocturnal and usually hunt for their food in the dark. Bandicoots can run really fast when something scares them. Because their legs are longer in the back, they bounce on their back legs like mini kangaroos, but you can also see them moving on all four legs too. They also tiptoe on all fours when they're trying to be sneaky. Bandicoots are marsupials, and the mothers have a pouch for their babies. The pouch faces backwards to keep dirt out when they're digging. Baby bandicoots are called joeys, just like baby kangaroos. Bandicoot joeys are super small at birth, tinier than your finger. They stay cozy in the pouch for about 2 months. Bandicoot mothers can have 2 to 5 babies at once. Bandicoots are solitary creatures. Bandicoots make lots of sounds. Some make a sniffing sound when they're hunting for food, and if they're upset, they make a puffing sound, and when they're afraid, they have a really high squeaking sound. Bandicoots grunt like little pigs when they find some food, and they even communicate with each other with these sounds. Bandicoots have predators like owls, snakes, and quolls. Bandicoots dig burrows to sleep during the day and use their strong claws to scoop out the dirt to make a cozy spot. There are over 20 kinds of bandicoots, and each one looks a little different. Some of the most well-known bandicoots are the long-nosed bandicoot, eastern barred bandicoot, bilby or greater bilby, the northern brown bandicoot, and the southern brown bandicoot. Have you seen a real-life bandicoot before? If you have, where did you see it? Thanks for listening to Animal Stories for Kids. If you like our stories, please give us a 5-star rating, subscribe to our podcast, and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, bye! If your child loves imaginative stories, I'd love to share my picture book, What Else Should I Eat? It's about a girl who's hungry and goes on a whimsical journey through a magical land of food, trying different kinds of food and exploring how they look, taste, feel, and smell. It's a fun way to show kids that eating different kinds of food can be exciting. The book is perfect for ages 3 to 6, and older kids enjoy it too. You can find What Else Should I Eat on Amazon and other online bookstores. Find all the details in the show notes.